Hello guys, today I will show you how to install Drupal 8 using MongoDB database. Drupal 8 is not in stable release yet, but I contribute to the Drupal community and I want to test it to see if it works with MongoDB module that is released for 8 version yet. So I will show you how to install Drupal from scratch on a Linux server using Apache, PHP 5, SQLite database for installation, and MongoDB. So let's start using my server here. It runs Linux 3.8 kernel on using Ubuntu Precise Release. So yes, 64 bits. So let's install packages. So sudo apt-get install Apache, PHP 5, PHP 5 SQLite adapter, PHP 5 GD, and build essential. No, not build essential. I will install it lately when we install MongoDB extension. But we need PHP 6 PHP peer. Okay, and wget for getting packages remotely. I do not use FTP protocol and I don't use mail on the server because it's just for testing. We do not need production mode, so just a web server is okay. Okay, so this will take some time. While I will tell you that Drupal 8 is not a stable module, it is not a stable release, and I do not recommend you to install in production yet, because they are not stable modules and there will be security issues or problems with your website. Also, MongoDB will be installed from MongoDB repositories, because in Ubuntu repositories there are older version. There is an older version of MongoDB, like 2.0.4, while in MongoDB repositories there is 2.4.3 or something like that, and a newer version is recommended to use because there are security issues fixed and a lot of features included. Yes, this will take some time because of the the internet speed and the hard disk speed for writing, and the CPU speed also. So as you can see, everything is almost done. So as you can see, everything is done. Let's configure Apache. Firstly, I'll make a directory in var.ww Apache's htdocs on other servers, but Apache will create a folder in .var/root var on Linux. So let's create a directory. And now change the permissions. And now change mode to group. Done. So now let's get the Drupal 8 from the website. So go to drupal.org website, and here you can see a download and extend button. Click on it, and here you are on a download page. You won't see any now you won't see Drupal 8, but because it's not in a stable release, so we click on other releases, where you can find the Drupal 8 in Alpha 7 stage. So I will download ter.gz archive because it's smaller and I will get it faster. So download it in my home directory. Okay, so now let's unpack it in Drupal folder, directory I mean. Now okay, so it is unpacked. Let's copy all files from the Drupal directory. Done. Okay, so as you can see, I have all files from Drupal 8. Now we should configure a virtual host for Apache to respond on this folder on a based hostname. So change directory to etc Apache 2. Now I will duplicate a file, default to seats available Drupal. Yes, permission denied because it only root has permissions to write. So let's execute it with root permissions, and now edit it. Drupal. Okay, so here set a host name which virtual host will respond, server name Drupal GCE, for example, .me. Here we have Drupal directory, and here we have Drupal directory options. Allow write all because it is needed for path completion and path responding. I mean, when you access Drupal gsc.me/admin, it won't respond you with 404 error. It will render the website page. So save it, and now link it. Drupal, sits available Drupal. I mean, sits enabled Drupal. Let's see if it is okay. Enabled, it's okay. Now let's activate rewrite module. So A2 and mode rewrite. Okay, so we should restart the Apache server. Sorry. Done. Let's see if it works. Drupal, I mean, it doesn't work in because we don't have defined a host name for this IP. Let's see if it works in my browser, because the server is behind the net and my computer is a net hoster. So let's see. Yes, it works. Okay. So now let's save and continue. I will choose standard because it has all features pre-configured, as you can see here. Minimal will install just minimal modules for websites, so if you're an experienced developer with Drupal, you will select it because you will develop your own modules. So I will use standard for now and click save and continue. Whoa, here we have some errors. As you can see here, web server is Apache, PHP version is 5.3.10, PHP register globals is disabled, which is good. PHP extensions are enabled, which is good. Database support is enabled, which is good. Limit memory is 128 megabytes, which is good. And file system is not writable. I mean, we should create a file directory in default directory and to set permissions that Drupal can write to it. Here we have Unicode library, which is installed, and here we don't have the settings file that should have permissions for writing. So let's fix these errors. So here we have default.settings.php. Let's copy. Let's see permissions. Yes, as you can see, only the root have write permissions. Let's set it to change on. I think, yes, it's okay. Settings.php, operation not permitted because only root has write permission. Done, and now change mode group. I mean, group is not needed because only www data has write permissions, so I will change user and settings.php on, yes, again. Okay, so let's check it. It doesn't change. Okay, I will set it with another command. Change mode. There we have 6.6.4 settings.php. Let's see again. Yes, it works. Okay, so now let's create a directory called files and change again permissions. Files, and now .6.6.4 files. Okay, let's check again. It works. Okay, try again. So it works. So now we have to configure database. As I said, I will use SQLite. Here is specified database file. You can see here an observation, and that tell us to use the absolute path. This file is not created, but I will create it now. Files, permission denied because I do not have permissions. Let's okay. Change again the permissions. 6.6.4, not 7. I mean, let's like these files, and I will set it back after I will create the database file. So as you can see, the file is created. Now change back, change mode to 4 recursively files. Okay. Everything is okay. Files, all files. Yes, I do not have permission for reading, so permission denied. But it's not needed for now. Let's clear the screen. Okay, save and continue for now. Oh, what's wrong? I mean, I think permissions is not correct, so change it. Like this, save and continue. In order for Drupal to work and continue with the installation, you must resolve all issues. Oh, yes, I forgot. The permissions for SQLite is not www data cannot write to SQL database, so that's the problem. Let's log in. Let's change directory to files. As you can see here, SQLite has is set for me, for my user, and www data cannot write to it because it doesn't have write permission. So let's change it. Okay, so let's check it again. Yes, now. Let's check it now. Yes, it dures some time because of all these operations like creating tables, migrating and initializing some fields, and this can take some time because of the disk writing or the CPU speed, but it won't take too long. As you saw or not, I can provide you little tips if you encounter some issues like this with write permissions. So the final permissions are to all folders should have permissions to www data user and group, and all writing files should have, all files that need to have the write permission should have write permission for the user, and this should be set for settings file and SQLite file. As you can see, if you use SQLite, if you use MySQL database, there is not needed for setting permission for database because there is a server, and the server doesn't need write permission because you create a user. That user has permission to create databases, tables, and so on. So now we should wait installing Drupal, and this will take some time, and I will come back. As you can see here, the website is already installed, and here is the hostname. Here is the site email address. Let's set it to admin at drupal.gci.me. Here I will choose my username, email address, which is automatically copied from site email address, but email won't work because, as I said in the first time, I didn't install an email server on my server, and Drupal will give me an error, but I will ignore it. Here is the password. Default country I will choose Romania because I'm from Romania. Europe, Bucharest, default time zone for Bucharest, and here we have update notifications, which is for email, but I will unselect it because, as I said, I do not use email. As I said, this will take some time because of the web server response. But this is a cause of the email, because he cannot send emails to web to admin web email address. So this is a main possibility for loading time in this step. As you can see, everything is done, and now I can visit my website. Here we go. So now let's log in and create an article to have something to migrate, because it is more reliable. Yes, we have some data like users, logging, or errors or status from reports and something like that, but content is very common type to use for migrate. So I will create an article called sample article or something like that, and as a body I will write this is a sample article for testing MongoDB databases. Here in a URL alias I will set it first tutorial, and I will save it and publish. So as you can see, here we have an article and its body. Now let's install MongoDB. MongoDB is a document driven database. It's a NoSQL database, and it has a different structure and maintenance or hierarchy is a little different than MySQL, so it has another hierarchy, another meaning, another knowledge and thinking than MySQL. It is JSON based. JSON is JavaScript syntax for objects, as syntax for objects that are interpreted between servers and websites. If you worked with Ajax, I mean jQuery Ajax, you can imagine how it works and what's JSON. So here on mongodb.org, not .com, .org, you have here up top downloads button, and here Linux, Here is a Linux button, but there are binary, not packages. So here is a binary, I mean source, but in the source is there are binary packages, but I won't use those. Otherwise I will go on bottom of the page, and here you can find packages for some of operating system like Mac, FreeBSD, Arch Linux, Debian and Ubuntu, Fedora or CentOS, and Gentoo. So as you know, I run Ubuntu, so I will choose Ubuntu packages. I will go on a specified page where we can find a tutorial of MongoDB installation. Why I use this tutorial and why I use MongoDB repository and not packages that are in Ubuntu repositories. I use this because as I said first time, Ubuntu doesn't have latest version of MongoDB. Here in MongoDB repositories we have all versions of MongoDB, and there are some security issues or features implemented that we cannot find in Ubuntu repositories. So for example, we have version 2.0.4, and if we use MongoDB repositories, we can find all versions from 1.6 version, I think. So let's install the GPGK and create the repository list. And now update the package manager. And as you can see, here we have all versions of MongoDB. There are a lot of versions than there are in repositories of Ubuntu. So let's install it, the latest version. We should delete a little bit because there is around 100 megabytes package. Okay, so it installed the package, create a new user, and create a new group. So let's see if it is running, but it doesn't run because it needs data directory in root. So let's see. It doesn't work because the folder that doesn't exist in root. So Let's make it. Data, I forgot it, let's see. It is DataDB, so make it. And now I will change the owning to MongoDB user, as you can see here, group and the user. Okay, so let's check it. Here we have, but it doesn't change to the data, but it changed to the dir, as you can see here. And we should change permission to write. It doesn't change it. Seven, 5. Okay, let's check it. Okay, it works. Now let's start MongoDB daemon. Command start. Let's see if it works. It doesn't work because we should specify it we should specify more small files. So yes, I will start it with small files, and I will redirect the output to and I will set it in background. Okay, so let's check it. It works. Now I should check it. So it works. We are connected to the server, and now let's check the databases. Local, and we are connected to test. So let's exit, and now we should install PHP extension for MongoDB. So here on a php.net manual /english/mongo installation.php we have a tutorial for manual installation Unix, Windows, OS X, Gent or Red Hat installation. So I will use Unix installation because it's easy than using source installation. So I will execute sudo.packle.install mongo. And packle will fetch. Yes, we do not have make package, I mean executable. So let's install build essential package. Build essential is a package for Ubuntu or Debian like distributions, Linux distributions. It contains a lot of binaries that help you to compile from source any software. As you can see, make, fake root which helps you to build Linux kernel. Yes, I didn't install Build Essential because I wanted to install it now to make it progressively and to follow each step, like installing Drupal, installing Mongo, installing extensions and something like that. Okay, so as you can see it is installed. Let's run again pacl install Mongo. Okay, so as you can see the latest line, you show the extension mongo.so2php.ini. So let's add it. Okay, go to the bottom of the file, extension mongo. Okay, let's restart Apache. Okay, it works. Now let's install MongoDB module for Drupal. As you can see, I am on project/MongoDB page on Drupal.org website, and here on the bottom of the page you can see download links, but the stable are for 7 and 6 version recommended release, but in the 6th version is not really stable, but you can use it to in Mongo. With Mongo here you can see the differences. There are not differences for Drupal 8 because, as I said, Drupal 8 is not a stable release. So here you can click on view all releases. As you can see, we have a module for 8 release of Drupal. So I will choose the first archive, and I will download it on my server. As you can see, it is installed. Let's unpack it to Drupal website, into modules directory, not sits modules here, and here we should unpack it. Oh, I forgot the options. Okay, so as you can see, we have MongoDB for directory. Change directory to MongoDB, and let's read the README. I recommend you, every software that you install or use, read the first time README, because in the README you find out everything, and you will ask a lot of questions. You will answer to a lot of questions that you will ask. So it is a strong recommendation that I make to every user of computers. Read the README. It is right there to read it, because it contains a lot of important informations. So as you can see here, this is the example for settings. So let's copy it and put it in settings file. So change directory to sits and change the settings for this website. Yes, I won't change it here because I should update the Drupal configuration in database. So I will create a new file called settings.local.php. And here I will use the configuration from MongoDB README. So here I will use cache backend configuration, key-value backend configuration, and now the last one is query backend configuration. Okay. So now change the permissions from settings local . Oh, not Drupal data. And now mode 6555 settings.local.php. Okay. Now I should go to the browser, but it crashed already and the CSS has been disappeared. But I will use MongoDB. I will check MongoDB and save configuration. And as you can see, in Mongo client, the database is created. So I will wait to the page to load, and I will show you the collections from the database. Okay, so everything is done. But the CSS is different because it is migrated to MongoDB database. And let me show you the collections. And here are config active, snapshot, file usage, flood, system indexes, and your aliases. Also, for Mongo hosting, you can use MongoHQ, where they provide you 500 megabytes, around 500 megabytes for document storage. I mean documents for MongoDB, not files. And this is used for development. They do not recommend for production, but it's okay for small websites or blogs. So thank you for watching, and I hope I could help you to install MongoDB along Drupal 8. Bye.